Hello, good morning. How are you all doing today? Today I want to talk about Doctordle. We're going to be answering some questions alongside with me. And so for the first question today, we have a 25-year-old man presents with bloating, flatulence, and intermittent diarrhea for the last 6 months. So a young man with bloating, flatulence, intermittent diarrhea for the last 6 months. So, this is a chronic diarrhea. What are the causes of chronic diarrhea in a young man? There are quite a number of causes, but there are two common things that are coming to mind now. Let me just give you a guess for Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease because he's a young man. Crohn's disease because the diarrhea is it's a long Crohn's. How is it spelled? Very good. And no. So he describes his stool as watery and loose and reports no interruption in his sleep. So what exactly does sleep have to do with stool? So essentially he doesn't wake up at night to pass stool. So it's when he's awake. And 25-year-old, could it be lactose intolerance? Bloating, could it be small intestinal bacterial overgrowth? Flatulence, could it be malabsorption? But malabsorption from what? Let's say malabsorption. There's nothing like that. Lactose intolerance. Yeah, good. So a young man with recurrent diarrhea, chronic diarrhea, 6 months. And what else did they give us? Flatulence. So what are the other things? Physical exam is unremarkable. Yeah, it's unremarkable. He reports that his symptoms improve when he avoids having cereal like breakfast. Obviously, if we had gotten here, it would have been a major pointer. Hydrogen breath test shows elevated hydrogen levels following lactate ingestion, and the man is counseled to avoid dairy products because there's a deficiency. So it's a quick one. So this is a new feature. Let's take a look. Diagnosis summary. Lactose intolerance is a clinical syndrome resulting from the malingestion or digestion rather of dietary lactose, so dairy products especially. It is caused by lactase enzyme deficiency. The enzyme to break down milk is not available. So what happens? In the small intestinal brush border, there's villi and all those things there. So this milk is not being broken down, and so this milk is worked upon by bacteria, and then you have these symptoms. So what exactly happens? It's caused by lactase deficiency in the small intestinal brush border. So some of the symptoms: abdominal cramping, bloating, flatulence, diarrhea, particularly after dairy ingestion. So workup includes a hydrogen breath test or a lactose intolerance test. So dietary restriction and exogenous lactate enzyme supplementation. So it's very common, or not very, fairly common. So I think it's something to take a look at. So they have other new features. This is really cool. Clues. Alright, fantastic. So see you in another one.